Hey everybody, welcome to Kulak's Woodshed. I'm Severin Browne, and this is the First Friday show, and we do this on the first Friday of every month, and we always have a wonderful guest artist opening the show, as we do tonight. Noah Zacharin is somebody who I did not know much about until recently when I actually went onto YouTube and found all these wonderful, wonderful songs, and you guys are going to absolutely love him. So give it up for Noah Zacharin.
Thank you so much. This is a song I wrote in Chicago. It's called 17 Minute. Flowing river don't mean much to me. No wind from the north rattling the leaves, only steam, whistle, and wheels that shake the joint. Metal on to the vanishing point. Train passed by every 17 minutes. Each one got one of my old loves in it and all. Oh, 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 I'm gonna miss that train. Now sweet jelly roll and whiskey in a jar. Well, I rode for the 9, I got snake eyes in my own backyard. But I'm alright, how she got free. My watch keeps good time and my knife keeps me shining company. Train passes by every 17 minutes. Each one got one of my old loves in it and all. Oh, oh, I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that train. Sweet in the leaving as it is in the coming. And oh, I'm gonna miss that. Now stars fall from a quiver in the sky. By pond I'll shiver, splashed by the sound of goodbye. But everything is diamonds, everything is cold. Around the blues band there's a bluegrass banjo roll. Train passed by every 17 minutes. Each one got one of my old loves in it and all. Oh, 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 I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that train. Thank you. Thank you so much. A bowler and a tie, silk and satin guy, fine Italian shoes, it's Lester Browne. You hear the ladies sigh, you know the reason why. Word is out, Lester's back in town. And when he walks by, twirls his stick and winks an eye. The ladies blush like springtime on the rose. Steaming apple pie, evening drawing, I won't be long before the sunset hour glow. And this captain's up in a tree. He's like, a little sugar with your lemonade. You can curtsy if you please. Hear the cornet melody. Lester's back on the Basin Street Parade. And when he walks past, it happens all so fast. He lights them up like match to gasoline. And the setting sun's outclassed. And how that Lester lasts, does the dawn shines on New Orleans. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, nothing in my face but disappointment. Nothing in my arms but memory. Outside the clock, the sun is sounding. Inside I crawl between my alcohol and my caffeine, and I can't wake up. Can't shake the haze and murk. I can't wake up. Go beyond this stunted birth. All my days preserved in amber, there isn't nothing left for me to hide. And I spoke to her, you know, I just can't be bothered to remember. Now I cast the dice in the book of rhymes to see what's buried alive, and I can't wake up, can't shake the haze of murk. I can't wake up, go beyond this stunted birth. I can't. Probably true the stems are blooming. It's probably true that beauty walks the streets. something turned my sight to sour. My eyes are thin and I look at everyone like an enemy, and I can't wake up, can't shake the haze of mirth. I can't wake up, go beyond this stunted birth. I can't wake up. So hold your pleasant salutations. Don't try to get me on that fancy little phone. If you wanna join this dark celebration, leave your confetti and your philosophy and the ice cream melting on your bones. I can't wake up, can't shake the haze and murk. I can't wake up, go beyond this stunted birth. I can't wake up, I can't get myself to work. I can't wake up. Thank you. Well, I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend happened to meet. I introduced him to my darling, and while they were dancing, that friend stole my sweetheart from me. And I remember the night in the Tennessee waltz. Only you know how much I've lost. Ah, well, I lost my little darling the night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee waltz. And I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz. Only you know how much I've lost. Hey, well, I lost my little darling the night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee waltz. That beautiful Tennessee waltz. Thank you. Thank you so much. But you do want to hear about my hardships and my heartaches, right? Yeah. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Here's a song about just that very subject matter. It's called What Have I Got to Show for It? It's the same old story. I once loved a girl. When I was in her arms, I was in a perfect world. When I held her for a day, showed her forever, then she went away. And now the seas we swam and the skies we shared are gone. What have I got to show for it? What have I got to show for it? What have I got to show for it now? Sweet old season of leafing pretty things. Boys and girls go arm in arm, bees buzz about the nectar and the stings. Soon the shiver is on, nights blow cold and they grow long. Faded petals fall like 1,000 setting sun. What have I got to show for it? What have I got to show for it? What have I got to show for it now? Now an elegant woman wants to bring joy back in my day. She wants to paint a little color on the gray face of my little pain. Well, I hold her in my arms, but she leaves before the dawn, without leaving even a trace of scent behind. What have I got to show for it? 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 Thanks. So I'll play a song that I wrote after I heard that Guy Clark had passed away. As people of our generation are aware, a lot of the people that we loved and listened to and looked up to when we were growing up are suddenly deciding they want to go somewhere else, en masse almost. And so there was a lot of friends and icons and influences that were taken off. And then I have a beautiful cabin in northern Ontario, and it's full of animals and almost devoid of human beings. And I love being there. I love writing there. The real estate listing had 3 photographs, and 2 of them were of the interior of the little propane freezer that's up there. They were showing some fish that someone had caught in the river, and for some reason that seemed like 67% of the job. And the other, I don't even remember what the other photograph was, but it was kind of goofy. But the tagline on the listing was "Ideal for a writer," and it seemed so odd that you would show me 2 pictures of frozen fish, and then say "Ideal for a writer." I got trying to cover all the bases. Ideal for the sportsman and for the introspective songwriter. So I've never fished there. I love the fish, and I'm friends with all the animals. I don't choose to do them damage. But I do go up there. I have gone up there. I haven't gone up recently, but anyways, I'm up there, and somebody called me and said, I'm having a jam at my house. And he's a very big supporter of live music up there, and though my natural inclination is to stay in the cabin and drink myself into a tizzy, whatever that is. I decided that I would, take him up on his offer. My friend Dave Ham, and who had never thought to call it the Ham Jam until I suggested it to him. So I got in the car on a Tuesday night, and I was going through the dark roads towards the Ham Jam, and listened to the CBC. That's our public broadcasting. And they were talking about Guy Clark in the past tense, and I was horrified. I loved him because of the place that he took, and his role as a mentor and an influence, and a shelterer of wayward musicians, and a deep craftsman in many ways. He made guitars, and wrote beautifully crafted songs. And so it really bothered me that he was gone. And I got to the jam, and I did everything that I was supposed to, like drink Dave Ham's beer and eat Dave Ham's wife's cake. And then at the end I said, Dave, Guy Clark's gone, and there's so much work to be done. And all the songwriters know that there's an out-of-body experience that will occur every now and again. So I had one at that moment. When I said that line, I realized that I had work to be done. There was work for me to do, and I said, I got to go. And he said, but before you go, I want to show you something. He brought this dobro down from the attic. It was his dad's dobro. I don't play much dobro, but I play it a little bit, and I got some chords, and I looked at him with this, I gotta go, Dave, I got work. And I went back to the cabin and uncorked this bottle of whiskey that had wintered over. And I wasn't sure how much of the alcohol had stayed in the bottle. And then I wrote the song, and it's basically verbatim what I just told you, but I felt you should know that I wasn't making it up. So this is for Guy Clark, and it's for all our heroes that have gone elsewhere, and for those who stay behind, still doing the work. Well, this whiskey made it through the winter. It's still got a bite, and I lift one to the master. Farewell, farewell, good night. Too many losses for my fingers. Hands can't steady anyone. Here on Crogden Mountain, there is so much work to be done. Well, I was driving my particular darkness. A radio voice placed him in the past. The whole world dimmed a little. Texas stars at half-mast. Can't blame the constellations, the spirit or the sun. On a one-lane road of moonlight, there's so much work to be done. Well, I don't have much to hold me here. No pistol, pony, wife, or kid. But I got a sweet cabin and a guitar from Austin. And what a little good I did. And if I get another morning, I'll know it by the sun. And much work to be done. Well, he wore denim and a Stetson, had a chisel, a pencil, and a grin. A master with a job don't ask how or why, he just asks what, when. So play it on your daddy's dobro, or fire off a 21 gun. There's salt in the Rio Grande. There is so much work to be done. So much work to be done. Thank you so much. Another one that left us recently was Leonard. And because I grew up in Montreal, I had the great privilege of knowing him as a compadre in the poetic arts. And I was recording a record. I have records here for sale. If anybody wants to take something of what you've seen here tonight home, that would be a good way of doing it. So I was recording one of these records, and there was a song that was called "Night and There's Nothing Whole," and I thought that Leonard's beautiful, deep voice, just speaking that line behind me would be lovely, and I sent him an email, and he responded and said he was unable to do so, and it turns out that he already knew that he was also leaving, and so he was very jealous of his time and made sure that he got his work done as well as he could before he took off. So what I generally tell people when I'm playing the songs, if you have imagination, just listen to what I'm saying and just hear it an octave lower. And it's night and there's nothing. Fill in the blank. Anyway, but I'll play this song for you. It's a song that I wrote. There's a small club in Toronto that I used to play at once in a while. And it was a really nice, intimate little place. And they had these small lights on the ceiling that reminded me of stars. They come in the last verse. But this is a song about, I guess it's about the nightlife, baby. There's a girl with a star tattooed on her shoulder, gliding across the room. It's too obvious to say, but I really would like to hold her. I'm witless as an 18-year-old groom. It's night and there's nothing whole. You'd think the dark would make us all one heart, one soul. It's night and there's nothing whole. There's nothing else you got to know. Lay down your 2-bit silver on 100 shards of mirror. see what you can see. Steal close to her heart, you'll see a tattooed quaver. She says, love is all I need. It's night and there's nothing home. You'd think the dark would make us all one heart, one soul. It's night and there's nothing home. And there's nothing else you got. Into a bottle or a body, it's getting hard to hold his head up high. There's hunger and thirst in the incandescent wire, and we flicker like the northern sky. It's night and there's nothing home. You'd think the dark would make us all one heart, one soul. It's night and there's nothing home. There's nothing else you got. There's a girl with a scar of a tattoo on her shoulder, tried to erase the days. After all we think and say and do, love still smolders, though we hide it in 1,000 ways. There's nothing home. You think the dark would make us all one heart, one soul. Night and there's nothing home. Look at those broken stars. There's nothing else you got. Thank you. Anyway, my name is Zacharin, and I'm very happy to be here, and I hope to see you all again soon. It's called 10 Tons of Road. Thank you so much. There's a blue cloth on the table, pointed to hold it down. You know how the wind blows wild in the dim light of this town. Now there's a pair of hands I held, a pair of eyes in which I drowned. Where's the paradise I've been shaking in when love made the siren sound? 10 tons of road beneath my wheels, 1,000,000 miles of skies above. Can I take me far enough to ever forget, ever forget I love? I keep a couple of pieces of gravel in the heel of my left shoe. They remind me as I travel, love, each step I took away from you. Now there's a carving in an old oak tree my sweet edge penknife made. Where are you, my darling? It's cold here, it's cold as shade. 10 tons of road beneath my wheels, 1,000,000 miles of sky above. Can I take me far enough to ever forget I Now the tulips, they are opening as the daffodil begins to wilt, and the crocus, it's just history. And see this house I've built, I wanna know everything, I wanna love everyone. When you come to me and my money's gone, I'll buy you drinks with gold of the sun. 10 tons of road beneath my wheels, 1,000,000 miles of skies above. Can I take me far enough to ever forget Thank you.
Let's hear it for Noah Zacharin.
Thank you.